You're listening to Rico and the Man with Rob Traegler and Peter Martino.
I wake up on a lazy Saturday, thought my troubles gone away, but something's gonna ruin my day. The front door, cops are waiting for me outside, thinking I've got something to hide, but they just have something to say. They stole my catalytic converter, thought I'd be tried for murder, but no, they just stole my catalytic converter.
So what was the story with that, Pete? What was the story exactly? The cops showed up on your front door.
I was sound asleep on a lazy Saturday morning, as you mentioned in the song, and I was awoken by my daughter saying, "There's a cop at the front door." And I'm like, "What?" So I jump out of bed, and sure enough, there was a cop at my front door telling me that my catalytic converter was stolen.
Welcome once again to Rico and the Man. I'm Rob Traegler, always joined by Mr. Peter Martino.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Hey, howdy, hey. It's been a while for the Hey, howdy, hey.
It has been a while. I thought it was time to bring it back.
So there's probably nothing in the world that we talk about more on this podcast than Indiana Jones, right?
I think that's truth, yes.
I mean, I believe the reason you and I have been best friends for over 20 years is because of our mutual love for the Indiana Jones trilogy.
And that's the only reason.
It's the only reason.
That's very true. We share a mutual love and respect for the series as a whole.
We saw Crystal Skull opening night in the theater together.
That's right. I actually flew out to California to see Crystal Skull. No regrets.
No regrets. But this past Thursday, the official first teaser trailer dropped for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Totally unexpected.
So we've been talking about this for years, it feels like, all the different ups and downs of this movie getting made post Crystal Skull, and we finally have a trailer. And what did you think, Pete?
I thought it was a great trailer. I thought it got me really excited for the movie. I thought he looked great. I'm happy to see Sala back.
Yes. I miss the desert.
I miss the sea. But yeah, I mean, it was obviously just a teaser trailer.
Yes.
But I thought there were some cool shots in there. I love that shot with the eels in the beginning that comes out of the skull.
Underwater shot. Yes. Looks like we're going to be going underwater.
Yeah. Some good action scenes, it looks like. And that de-aging shot of a de-aged Indiana Jones looked amazing.
And you're always worried when you hear, they're going to de-age him for the opening scene. And you're always like, what's it going to look like? And then we finally got to see a couple shots, and it looked flawless. It looked like it was taken from raw footage from back in the day.
But what'd you think of it? I mean, you've seen a blurry
yes, I saw
version of this before.
A cell phone video of a D23 trailer that was very garbled, digitally garbled. It was hard to see, but this trailer is pretty much mostly what that trailer was, but it was great to see it finally in high res, the way it should be seen. I'm kind of pissed off at myself for ever watching that cell phone video bullshit, but I loved it. I think that it has the old school feel to it. It definitely looks like an Indiana Jones movie, for sure.
Yeah.
He looks great. Even old, he looks great.
Yeah.
I do love that we're going back to see some Nazi punching action.
Yeah, you have to have that sound effect in an Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets me so revved up whenever I hear that sound.
This is Pete in a nutshell. You texted me, I think it looks great, but I didn't like that shot of him on the horse.
Well, it can't all be positive. You got to be honest with
Yeah,
yourself.
no, there is a shot in the trailer where obviously a stuntman is on a horse, and I'm hoping that shot isn't the final shot.
Yeah.
Because they kind of just pasted his face on a stuntman. But the problem I had with it was that the expression he has on his face in that shot is
Yeah.
what made me laugh, because it's just him like nonchalant kind of smiling. Like,
It's very
hey.
stoic. Yeah.
It's almost like he's kind of bored. He's like, hey, what's up?
Right.
How's it going?
Back to this shit again. I mean, obviously, we watched it on YouTube, and I feel like YouTube has a different resolution that may look different when we actually see the movie. So a lot of these shots that look sketchy on YouTube may end up looking fine.
Do yourself a favor and watch the 4K version on Disney Plus. They have it out there.
Oh, they do?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Maybe we'll do that, because Steph hasn't seen the trailer yet. So maybe I'll show her that way, because I want them to get the full experience.
This is the first non-Spielberg Jones.
It's funny that you said earlier that it looks like an Indiana Jones movie, which it does, but I feel like it kind of has its own different look to it so far, which I kind of appreciate a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like obviously the time jump, it's going to be in the 60s, takes place in the 60s. The majority of it, from what I understand, the first scene, which, every Jones movie has its James Bond opening before you get into the bigger story. But I believe the first scene of the movie is going to be in the 40s, hence the de-aged Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And then the rest of the movie will be in the 60s. So I think that plays into the whole kind of different look, the different style of it. We get to see New York in the 60s, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, like the whole, I think it's supposed to be around the time of the space travel and everything.
Yeah, space race, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I, of course, went online and found myself in a YouTube hole of watching 1,000 different trailer reactions. And literally, I literally just watched every one that existed. And it was fun to see the people who really love Indiana Jones get so excited, get welled up with tears in their eyes. And it really annoyed me, these other trailer reaction people who watch every trailer that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised at how many people knew hardly anything about Indiana Jones, first of all. like they didn't know who Sala was. They didn't know that those shots were de-aged. I watched a trailer reaction where two guys were just arguing over. One guy thought that was just footage from the old movies.
Oh,
and
really?
It's like, don't do a trailer reaction unless you're invested in the character.
Yeah, like, do your homework. Don't just go into...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, do trailer reactions for brand new movies, but I mean, if you're going to watch a trailer for Indiana Jones, kind of know who Indiana Jones is before you do the reaction.
Right.
Almost every single reaction started with, well, I hope it's better than Crystal Skull. And
that was my reaction.
Yeah. Yes, I remember Pete was nonplussed by Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when it came out. He really didn't like it. He didn't like the monkeys swinging.
Yeah, that was my main issue with it. The monkeys. I am hoping for some surprises in this movie, though. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Marion come back in some capacity. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be great to have some, older characters from his past come back.
Yeah, I agree. I think I personally, knock on wood, and we'll play this back after we do a show, after we see the movie, but I really do believe that Karen Allen will be in it in some capacity. I probably in the very, near the opening, and he's like, I gotta go do this thing. And she's like, be careful. And that's it. You know?
Yeah, I hope so too.
And I feel like they're going to figure out a way to, in one sentence or two, explain why Shia LaBeouf is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, because I didn't even feel like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull did Karen Allen's character justice. Marion's justice. You know what I mean? Because she was such a great character. in Raiders. Such a strong
she didn't really
character.
have as much purpose in Crystal Skull. She was kind of just there,
A prop,
and
yeah.
she was a prop, and she didn't have the gravitas that she had in Raiders, where she was kind of Indiana Jones's equal.
Right. And I know, like, they had their, comical kind of reunion, but I wanted kind of a more serious talk between them, and I wanted him to actually feel guilty about, like, leaving her and about not being there for his son. You know what I mean?
It's all
like you said,
explained
more
away in one
gravitas.
scene. There's
Yeah.
one scene in the movie, then they get it all
Right.
out of the way, almost to a fault. Like, they're in the back of that truck, and she's like, "We were going to get married," and he's like, "I left, and sorry," and then he has no emotional turn to realize he's this kid's father.
Right.
He just
You want
immediately
a
is like,
pause there.
yeah. He's like, "You're not my dad." He's like, "You bet I am." And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, there's never a discussion between him and Marion. Like, the minute they see each other again, they're just back together.
Right.
Like
Right.
she,
Oh, that's what I
she
mean.
does that crazy jump off the cliff into the tree, and he's like, "Don't do that again." She's like, "Yes, dear." Okay,
Yeah.
they're together now.
Yeah.
Last night they had just seen each other for the first time in years.
Right. I wanted her to hit him again, like in Raiders.
Right.
Where's that spunk?
Yeah, it was very rushed, that whole connection between him and Marion, and then they get married at the end.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that. There was definitely not enough character development in their relationship in Crystal Skull.
Right.
So hopefully we'll see a little bit of her in this
Yeah.
new one.
Especially if it's going to be which I'm assuming is going to be the last one that he's going to be in. You want them to kind of pull out all the stops.
Yeah, the trailer reactions really got on my nerves because, the majority of trailer reactions were very positive. People were
Yes.
super excited, super stoked. There were a
Right.
few of those people, and it was the people who didn't know Indiana Jones. It was the people who didn't know that Sala was there. It just
Right.
completely breezed by them. Or they were like, "Oh, that guy's back. I forget his name." And it's like, if you don't know Sala's name, don't be doing a trailer reaction for an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah. Get the fuck off my computer screen.
I did pull one reaction only because it was hilarious. And this was a guy who was going into it with no hope. I have the before and the after. So I'm going to play you the before, his whole spiel before watching the trailer.
Okay.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was an abomination to Indiana Jones fans everywhere. I believe that Indiana Jones would have been the greatest trilogy all time if they just kept it at a goddamn trilogy. Had you kept it as a trilogy, it would have been GOAT status. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is straight buckets of cum straight out my shorts onto the seat. But then you decided to make Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Hurt me as a fan. I was like, oh. Then I'm hearing this. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. What the freak? What's the Dial of Destiny? I'll tell you right now, that shit sound fire. It sound like some DLC. I want the Dial of Destiny, $4.99.
So obviously he did not have much hope for the trailer,
No.
but this is his reaction after the trailer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, right around your boy birthday, too. God damn, that shit was lit, man. I'll forgive it. Hey, listen, this movie might be trash, but that shit look fire from this point of view. God dang. I heard rumors that they're going to heavily de-age Harrison Ford in a section of the movie, man, and show him in his heyday around the motherfucking 1940s and shit when he was getting down. And it shows him in there. The de-age process looked amazing. They poured all of the budget into this. And when you're dealing with Harrison Ford don't play. Disney or otherwise, Harrison Ford, you better make sure that I look good. And they made him look good, bro.
So he was definitely turned by the trailer.
There you go. Buckets of cum again.
Buckets of cum out my shorts. That's exactly how I was in the theater at Last Crusade. Buckets of cum out my shorts.
And you were 6.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even know what cum was, and I was better for it.
We all were.
But yeah, that guy was great.
That was a great reaction.
But yeah, I feel like if you're going to do trailer reaction, kind of know what Indiana Jones is first.
Yeah, and then if you hate the trailer, fine, but don't just come into it not knowing the characters or the story, any of the previous movies or anything like that. Because then we won't value your opinion as much.
And I hope that it is nostalgic. I just hope that it's not fan service times 12, because we've seen this with Star Wars, and that ultimately became a diminishing return. Right. And I hope that Mangold has a strong enough story to live on its own. It doesn't need to cut to certain shots where Indy's doing something from a previous movie, so you can go, oh, that's from that. Which, there is a little nod to Raiders at the very end of the trailer, obviously, a little reversal.
Right.
I just hope there's not too much of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. You want them to walk a fine line between nostalgia and freshness. So, and you're right, Star Wars totally did that, and it didn't come out good at all. So yeah, but I'm excited. I'm pumped up. We talk, especially on this podcast, and complain about everything, every hiccup that movie had. But as soon as we see more and more of it, now that it's actually going to come out, we're ecstatic about it. So we are the true fans. Indiana Jones fans. We complain and are scared.
The true fan. I think I'm the true fan.
Yeah, I'll give you that title. I'm just a short round in this scenario.
That's the thing. Everyone's like, I hope Short Round makes a cameo. I hope Short Round's in it. And the story that Ke Huy Quan, or however you want to say his name, told at D23 doesn't seem like he'll be in the movie.
Yeah.
If that was the first time he saw Harrison Ford in 30 years.
Right.
But it could be a complete, red herring.
End of credit scene.
That's the thing. It's like, you want Marion back, everyone wants Short Round back, but that's a fine line.
It has to work within the story. They just can't plop Short Round into,
right,
a scene.
Is it going to be, Jones I know a guy.
I'm hungry. I feel like getting some potatoes. Hold on to your potatoes, Dr. Jones.
Right. That's what I mean. It could be that,
Oh, my God. Well, I look forward. I thought the trailer I said in our last podcast, I thought the trailer was going to come out right before Pandora.
Avatar, you mean?
Avatar, yeah. And it came out earlier, so I'm happy we have something now, some visual.
Yes, we have something to hang our hat and whip on for the next 38 months, because it's not coming out still for a very long time.
I know.
And that's the thing. People on the reaction videos were like, I don't know about the story. It doesn't tell us anything about the story. And it's like, there's going to be 4 more trailers before the movie comes out that I'm sure you'll get a little idea of what the story's about.
Yeah, it's a teaser, douche.
Right. And Mangold was already on Twitter having to respond to these trolls regarding the trailer. I think someone was like, how come the Indiana Jones score slowed down in the trailer? And he's like, I don't have anything to do with the yeah, no, there's actually
I thought that was cool.
I did too. It's fine. It's definitely a trailer gimmick they've been doing for a long time with franchise movies.
Right.
But yeah, poor Mangold. It's like, I just wanted to make an Indiana Jones movie, and I got to deal with social media. Back in the day, we just would get a trailer after going to see a movie and go, oh my God, they're making another Indiana Jones. And that was it.
Yep.
There wasn't 8 years of us seeing set photos posted on Reddit and people already hating on the movie.
And shitting on it already. I wonder if that's why they released a trailer early. Maybe they were planning on releasing it around Christmas time, and then all this people were bad-mouthing, the movie, saying test reviews were not good.
Right. So
maybe they did that kind of as a reaction. I don't know.
It's very possible. We'll never know.
One other thing I just want to mention is Shop Disney. Actually, they have a section where they include their most popular characters, and they have their own page with all their everything that pertains to that character that they're selling.
Mhm.
And they created one recently for Indiana Jones, which makes me believe that they're going to have more indie stuff out soon to sell.
What
I'm
the
happy about.
freak?
Yeah, I saw that they put out some action figures, and they put one out of him in the Temple of Doom, like tuxedo.
Yes, in his white tuxedo, yeah.
And I was like, with all the technology, it still looks, his face still looks like Roger Moore or something.
Yeah, it looks like Ken's body from Barbie and Ken, and just Harrison Ford's face.
Indiana Ken, the Malibu Dream House.
Did you see the Super Mario trailer?
I did.
And
this was my excitement for that trailer.
Let's go.
That is Chris Pratt as Super Mario in the Super Mario Brothers trailer, and he looks like he is getting paid to literally not do anything.
Other than him, though, it looks like a fun movie. I dig the animation. I like how all the characters look like the characters, that we know of.
It was cool to see them all doing the Mario Kart thing at the end.
Yeah, that was cool, too.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I had said this a million years ago. I was like, Pixar should buy Nintendo or vice versa, and they should make all the video games into movies that now look like this. It just took a million years to do it. Now it's going to be like, hey, you want to go see Super Mario Brothers?
Let's go.
Sounds like he's having sex in that one.
He really does.
What sounds like?
Let's go.
That's just how I sound when I try to get Steph in the mood. And that's her reaction.
That sounds like me about anything ever.
Yeah. Time to get out of bed.
Let's go.
You want to go to the grocery store?
Let's go.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Let's go.
Oh, I dropped a piece of paper.
Let's go.
And why can't Italians get good representation in movies? We have all these other nationalities that get great representation in movies now, and we have Chris Pratt, the whitest of whitest Americans, doing an iconic Italian character like Mario. I'm writing a letter to Illumination Animation Studio.
We should just go to Illumination right now.
Let's go.
A couple episodes back, we did a whole bit on Chris Pratt and the Mario thing, and I cut the bit because it literally was you being like the producer and me being Chris Pratt, and I was doing basically that level of energy as Super Mario. And I thought that it had so much low energy and it was kind of funny, kind of not, that I just lifted it out of the show. And now this trailer comes out and it's...
That's hilarious. Do you have it or no?
I do. I have everything. I have everything. From day one, I have the raw. The raw, Pete.
Oh, I like it raw.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you go.
I just hope that they're not trying to like throw all these references to the video game and forget like an actual storyline to go with it.
Well,
You know what
I
I mean?
mean, it's a pretty paper thin storyline to begin with, don't you think?
No, the Super Mario has depth.
Yeah, how much?
It's so deep that it's about this plumber that goes into a pipe underground and enters this whole nother world. Hey, we loved it though.
Hey, man, I fucking was addicted. Super
Mario
Mario
3.
1, 2, 3, forget about it.
Forget about it.
3 you could play forever in perpetuity.
Yeah, and I did. I'd still be in my basement.
Did you
playing
beat
that.
it? I beat it.
I never beat it. No.
Really?
Nope.
See, I think, I beat it once, and you get on one of those big ships, the flying ships with the cannons.
Yeah.
And I remember freaking out. But the thing about Nintendo back then was you had to beat it in one sitting.
Oh, yeah.
There was no saving.
Nope. If you were playing that shit, you were down there for or I say down there because I was in. That's where we had our video
the
game
basement,
system in
yeah.
the basement. But wherever you had your video game system, you were there for hours.
Were you ever into Star Fox?
No, I never got into that.
Oh, Star Fox 64. That I also beat. And my brother was like 3 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Yeah.
even 3. He was a baby. And at the end of that one, the score for Star Fox is amazing. It's really good. And at the end, when you beat it, they're all running like off into the sunset in the ship, and it's this beautiful kind of shot. And
Yeah.
I just remember I was like, Jack, look, they're running. Bye, Star Fox. Bye, Falcon. Or whatever the guy's name is. And my brother starts sobbing.
He did?
He did that little
Aw.
baby sad face and then just started crying. And I was like, no, we can start it over. We can hit reset. It's okay. It's not the last time we're ever seeing Star Fox.
You traumatized little Jack with Star Fox.
I did. And I do it again.
Let's go.
So, big shakeup in Hollywood. I don't know if you read the trades, Rob.
I think I know what you're getting at, and I think it's something I haven't been able to escape from the trades in the last few weeks.
I know. Right before Thanksgiving, I believe it was announced that Bob Iger, the old CEO of Disney who left 2 years ago, is returning to Disney while Bob Chapek is out.
Boom!
This was a complete shocker to all of Hollywood. And I didn't honestly think Chapek was going to last. But the fact that an old CEO who pretty much retired from the Walt Disney Company to come back is pretty revealing on a lot of things. And the fact that it all happened so quickly makes me believe that there's a lot more to this story that we don't even know. But this was a complete shock to everybody in the industry, and an even bigger shock to the people of Diz Twitter. Now, if you remember, I explained to you what Diz Twitter is. It's basically all the people I follow on Twitter that are just so passionate about the Walt Disney Company as a whole and
all
their
things
parks.
Disney, right?
All things Disney. They're Disney fanatics. When this news broke, a lot of these Diz Twitter folks went live on their social media platforms, whether it was YouTube or whatever, just to talk about this very shocking news. And I pulled some of their reactions for you to hear. So here he is reacting to the news that Bob Iger is returning and Bob Chapek is out.
We're live, I think. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Bob Chapek fired. He's out. Let's freaking go. Dude, I'm so excited. What's up, guys? I gotta see this. I've barely read anything about this, all right? I was kind of late to the news here. I'm looking it up right now. All right, let's see what we got here. Dude, I'm so psyched. What's up, you guys? Hey! Oh my goodness. All right. So everybody, we got some late breaking news here on a Sunday. Today is a day that will live in infamy, in a good way. November 20th, we got a new CEO. He's been around before, though, so we have a new CEO, but it's a returning CEO, and Bob Chapek is out. Let's freaking go.
So you can see you can see the excitement that he, for example, has, because a lot of people, Disney lovers, couldn't stand Bob Chapek. They were very anti-Chapek.
You were very anti-Chapek on this show, I believe.
I was. He was a very numbers and data oriented man, and shouldn't have been the head of a creative company like Disney, where I think its CEO should have some creative input, but and just kind of have that in mind and acknowledge that and value the creative people in the company, which I think Iger will have.
Yeah, I mean, Iger seemed to really hobnob with everyone in Hollywood. People really liked him. People really respected him.
Sure.
And, what do they call the people that create stuff at Disney? Imagineers.
Imagineers.
And I think that Bob Iger possessed some sort of an imagination, whereas Chapek was like, buy, sell, don't say gay, buy, sell.
What are the numbers?
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a corporation, and they have a lot of shareholders that they need to keep happy. But in the end, you gotta just give the reins over to the creative people and just trust them and listen to them, which I didn't think Chapek did. He didn't listen to a lot of the people within the company, and that's why a lot of them left under his reign. But here's another reaction that I pulled from YouTube.
Like, I could almost hear the rejoicing happening. Isn't that wild how universally everybody is grateful for this news? If it's true. I mean, I'm assuming it's true. Scott Gustin is reporting this. Scott Gustin doesn't lie. Scott Gustin never misses. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stand by here for a second before we get into this too deeply. There's only 20 people in here. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So you can sense the giddiness in these people. The next clip I pulled was from a group of people, and so you'll hear numerous voices in this next one.
Okay,
folks. Yes. Bob Chapek is out as CEO and chairman of Disney. Bob Iger is back in.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Nope. This happened just now.
Holy shit! What?
Calm down, dude. It's cool.
Calm down, man. It's cool.
That's great.
I love that. I was actually so surprised by this news that I went live on my YouTube page, and here was my reaction when I heard the news.
Well, I hope I get known for something more than just smashing up produce.
A little lower energy than everyone else, but
a little lower energy and a little self-reflection on that.
You do you.
But we can't all be giddy little schoolboys with this news. But no, but I just thought it was so funny just to hear everyone's reaction in this Disney social media community, and yeah, I'm hopeful that Iger will come in like a knight in shining armor and will right a lot of the wrongs that Chapek did.
So explain this to me. How long was Iger with Disney?
I think since if I had to guess, I want to say around 2005 is when he came in, and then he was there until the start of the pandemic, so 2019. So he got out just in time. What
were the big things that he was responsible for? I know buying Lucasfilm.
Yeah, he bought Lucasfilm. He bought Marvel. He kind of created the friendship because Pixar and Disney were about to part ways under Eisner. And then he kind of mended that relationship with Steve Jobs and brought Pixar into the fold as well under the company. But like you said before, like talent liked him. People that worked with him seemed to like him. So he definitely had a good relationship with a lot of the people that worked for him and worked with him.
Right.
So, and you just didn't get that sense at all with Chapek. I mean, everyone from the upper management to, cast members that were leaving because they were fed up with him. And I still feel there's more to the story to come out. Like I could picture, because the fact that it happened so quickly, like Chapek was supposed to introduce Elton John live during that Disney Plus Elton John live concert thing or
Yeah,
something.
yes, the Elton John special on Disney Plus. Yeah, my dad was
Right.
raving about that the other night.
Right, and he found out just before he was supposed to do that, so they had to have someone else announce.
Oh, wow.
Elton John. Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, you could, and a lot of the people that voted to oust him was the same people that a few months ago were voting to extend his contract. So I don't know if they're hiding something more, or if it's because like their stock went really down really low, but it just all seemed to be done very quickly and very fast. And the fact that they got Iger to come back is just mind-boggling.
Give it 10 years, 15 years, but someday we're going to see a mini series on what really went down.
Oh,
and
totally.
I think it's going to be wilder than anything we can muster up. Anything we can imagineer.
Exclusively on Disney Plus. It's going to be the Bob Iger and Bob Chapek.
It definitely will not be on Disney Plus.
I should also mention that Iger agreed to be CEO for 2 years for Disney, and he's going to help train and choose the next successor to him after the 2 years. So I think there's a little bit of guilt that Iger had the way he left Disney, and the fact that he appointed Chapek to it, where deep down in his heart he didn't believe that was the right decision. So I think that's part of the reason why he wants to come back and kind of amend what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, kudos to him, because you could tell that he really cares about this company.
I appreciate his passion too, because you would think with all the money, and all, it really shows that he gives a shit, and it really shows that he enjoyed what he was doing enough to come back and do it again.
Yeah. And I mean, 2 years is not much, but a lot can happen in 2 years.
Maybe he can rebuy Lucasfilm and make a better sequel trilogy.
Maybe he could go back in time and just redo Rise of Skywalker.
Yep, with Kylo Ren being played by Chris Pratt.
That's a go.
I actually have some audio that I found in my travels. It's like a quick, I wouldn't call it a press conference, but it's just a quick soundbite from Iger after all this news broke out, talking about, coming back.
Oh, good.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Deeper voice on Iger than I thought.
Yeah, he sounds a little intimidating.
As far as Chapek is concerned, what were his big failures at Disney?
Well, of course, you could go back to that whole "don't say gay" bill.
Well, that was
Florida.
a problem.
That was a problem. He also got into a little skirmish with Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson when that movie came out.
Right.
She was threatening to sue Disney. I think that was his first big snafu. And just I feel like the parks too were suffering. He was charging more for theme park tickets and giving less to the consumer. So that's, and people notice that. I mean, people that go to Disney often notice, what's taken away, and even people that don't go to Disney that often, kind of are missing out on things that matter. And so there was that, and just a lot of films that he could have put out in theaters, he just went straight to streaming with. Where that kind of bothered a lot of the producers and the makers of these movies, because they were expecting a theatrical release. He just lacked vision, I feel like, for the future of the company. And sorry, Bob Chapek, but you got to go.
Hey, Bob.
That's a go.
Which Bob? There's two of them.
Hey, Chapek.
That's a go.
Contractually, Chapek can't say anything right now. I don't know for how long, but I'm sure he's going to have some words when he's legally allowed to say them.
Yep, he's going to go on YouTube.
Yeah.
His YouTube live stream.
Oh dear.
I got fired.
That's how I would sound if I got fired from Disney, but here's your severance package.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no. 23 million or something like that.
Something crazy.
But I will be looking forward to this book when it comes out.
This
saga. That will later be adapted into a screenplay.
And Bob Chapek, of course, will be played by Chris Pratt.
That's a cool.
Speaking of Chris Pratt, real quick, I'm going to give it a quick shout out. If your kids haven't seen it yet, they should watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Ah, yes, we wanted to see that, but we didn't get a chance yet. It was good.
It's very cute.
I love it.
It's definitely fun. There's a couple things in there that I'm like, this is for kids, but nothing that I think they haven't already seen.
Right.
But yeah, if you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy and the holidays, give it a look.
You want to play a game? We haven't played a game in a while.
Yeah, really, brother.
All right, then let's do it, Mickey Rourke.
Yes, let's play a game. What do you got?
Well, you know the game Marry, Date, Dump, right?
Marry,
Say
Date,
yes.
Dump. Is that like F, Marry, Kill?
Yeah, F, Marry, Kill, but this is the
kids version?
G-rated, the kid version. No, but I thought it would be funny and interesting if we play that game, but with fictional characters. So it's a Marry, Date, Dump fictional character edition. The important thing to remember is it's not the actress playing them, it's the actual character. So keep that in mind as you're playing along. Yeah. So let's get into it. The first one is probably the original Marry, Date, and Dump. I think it's fairly easy. We have Marianne, Ginger, and Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island.
Okay.
Who would you marry? Who would you date? And who would you dump? And by the way, date, I just want to put a footnote in there. Dating also means you have to have sex with them at least once. It could be a good thing for some of these characters, and it could be a bad thing. But
gotcha.
Just keep that in mind. So Marianne, the girl next door, Ginger, the Hollywood whore, and Mrs. Howell, the wealthy wife.
I would dump Ginger.
Okay.
I would marry Marianne, and I would bang Mrs. Howell.
Whoa! Bang Mrs. Howell, not marry Mrs. Howell. A lot of people would say marry Mrs. Howell to get some of her money.
No, I'm not about that. I'd like to get some of that ass.
All right. So you have a gilf fetish, it seems.
Well, let's not get into it.
All right. Next one.
Okay.
Next category. We have Rachel Green, Monica Geller, and Phoebe Buffay from Friends.
That
hasn't been
tough.
Your day, your week, your month, or even your year.
I'm gonna cry now.
And it's their characters. Oof.
It's their characters. Keep that in mind. Very important.
See, Phoebe's really fucking dumb, but sometimes that's, attractive.
Yeah, you seem like you would be turned on by dumb women.
Thanks. Jesus.
I'm kidding. 15 seconds.
I would marry Monica.
I don't know why there's a time.
I know. Jesus. I would marry Monica. I would date Rachel, and I would dump Phoebe.
All right. Wow, you're really surprising me because I thought these would be the same answers that I would have, and I thought you would agree with
There's
me.
a consistency in Monica, whereas Rachel Green's turn from being very vapid into like somebody who you could care about is a little fake.
Sure. And Rachel was always that kind of bitchy high school girl.
And very flighty, she was in, she was out. There's a lot to deal with there.
All right. I respect that. Judges? They respect
what judges?
All right, we're gonna get a little harder now.
Okay,
all right,
hit
we're
me.
gonna get a little bit. I think there's gonna be even more of a thinking piece with this one.
Oh boy.
We have Roseanne Connor from Roseanne.
Okay.
Dorothy Spornak from The Golden Girls, and Carla Tortelli from Cheers. All very funny ladies, but let's just say a little rough around the edges.
Wait, Dorothy was
Spornak was B. Arthur.
B. Arthur. Okay,
character
gotcha.
in The Golden Girls.
So
and
Roseanne-
Carla Tortelli was Rhea Perlman in
yes.
Cheers, and Roseanne Connor was Roseanne Barr in Roseanne.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna dump Rhea Perlman or whatever, or Carla, just because of what Jay Thomas said that got him fired off of Cheers.
Whoa, Danny DeVito's feelings are hurt.
No, they're not.
He's listening to this
Burn,
right
baby,
now.
burn. Now let me really think this out before I make any of those statements.
No, please. I want you to think it out.
Let me think about this. Okay,
Because
so
this could really happen.
it really couldn't. I would marry Dorothy. I would date Roseanne, and I would dump Carla.
Wow. You're getting some of that Roseanne Connor loving.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Out of morbid curiosity.
Out of morbid curiosity. All right. Well, we're finding out a lot of sexual fetishes that you have tonight.
This game is going to be cut from.
All right. Next one. I think you'll appreciate this next one. We have Marion Ravenwood, Willie Scott, and Elsa Schneider from the Indiana Jones films.
As much as I'd like to dump Willie, I'm dumping Elsa because she's a fucking phony.
I would hope that you would say that. And not only a phony, but a Nazi.
There's that too. But Willie Scott, I would date and I would marry Marion, just like Indiana Jones did. So,
all right.
And that's not because he did it. It's because Marion is the best out of those three, I think.
I agree. I agree with that. She was definitely the best out of Indy's leading ladies.
I thought Allison Doody was hot in Last Crusade, and then once you were like, she's a Nazi, I was like, whoa!
Whoa! I would think that most people, I would hope anyway, that most people would dump Elsa Schneider, but I have a feeling that Kanye would have picked her.
Yeah, I have a feeling, unfortunately, a lot of people in this country at this point are...
All right, very good. That would have been my answer as well. All right, so next one we have Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow, Wanda Maximoff / Scarlet Witch, and Hope Van Dyne / the Wasp.
Well, it's not easy because of the characters. There's a lot to unpack there. Like,
a lot to unpack.
Like, that's the thing. Can you go back in time to certain points?
Let's just say in their prime, in the Marvel.
Oh, in their prime. Okay, easy.
In the Marvel movies.
Easy. I'm marrying that Scarlet Witch, and I'm gonna
right.
date Natasha Romanoff, and I'm gonna unfortunately dump Hope Van Dyne.
No, okay.
I don't need her punching me and shit. Like, she was really mean to Ant-Man in the beginning.
Yeah, but some guys like that. Some guys are into that.
Not me.
Yeah. Some guys get off on getting the crap kicked out of them by women.
I would much rather be bewitched by the Scarlet Witch.
# Scarlet Witch is a Scarlet Bitch.
All right, next one. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying this?
Yeah,
or
I am enjoying this.
Keep
I don't
going?
know.
Okay.
I don't know how revealing it actually is of me and my.
Well, I'm finding out a lot.
tastes.
Just a couple of things I would have thought differently for you, but you're
what?
pleasantly surprising me. For one thing, you would have dumped Mrs. Howell for Billy Gets for starters. But no, it's good because you're actually surprising me and you're making it much more interesting than I thought it would be. So Next one, let's keep it going.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep the fetishes going. We have Wilma Flintstone, Betty Rubble, and Jane Jetson from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
I would marry Jane, date Wilma, dump Betty.
All right, let me mark that down.
I have my reasons if you care to know them.
Absolutely. I always love
because
backup.
Jane's a future chick.
Yes.
You know, if nothing else, she knows more than we do, son.
That's what I was thinking. So that's why I would have married her.
She's ahead of the game.
But do you think Wilma is freakier than Betty in the
Well, that's
sack?
always that. The reason I picked Wilma was because there's always been that thing that like, oh, Betty's the freak. I don't think so. I think it's the opposite.
Is it because Wilma has no pupils that you think she's the bigger freak?
Yeah, man. She's probably coked out 24/7 on that rock coke.
All right, so Wilma Flint, you're going.
This is why this show is great. You can't go to any other podcast and find out that Wilma Flintstone was a huge cokehead. You know what I mean? Like, we're creating here.
So you're taking Wilma to bed, Rock. All right.
Hey now.
Next one. We have Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld.
Mary.
Let's just
all right,
take it easy.
Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Yes, go ahead.
Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld. Selena Meyer from Veep. And Valentina Allegra de Fontaine from The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh.
All characters played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Easy.
All very different. But who do you choose?
I'm going to date and marry all of them over the course of many years.
And dump them.
Yes. That you can't do that to me. That's a kink in the game, man.
Well, I did it to you, and I'm giving you a kink.
Well, I would dump Valentina only because she's a bad guy.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's like...
Do we know that for sure, though?
I think we know that for sure, yeah.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, Selena Meyer is a politician, which isn't much better. Oh, well, I'm marrying Elaine, regardless. That's done. That's in the tank. That is checked off. That is bringing home the bacon.
Even with all her quirkiness and her shallowness at times.
Especially because of all those things.
All right.
So yeah, I date Selena Meyer and see what the, White House is all about, but get the hell out of there when things go south.
All right. I like it and I respect it. Now here's where things get a little hairy.
Oh boy, just now?
Here's where things get weird. We have Annie Wilkes, played by Kathy Bates, from Misery. We have Alex Forrest, played by Glenn Close, from Fatal Attraction. And we have Carrie White, played by Sissy Spacek, from Carrie. All female characters that are batshit crazy and would try to kill you. But you have to marry one, you have to date one, and you have to dump one. Who do you choose?
I would dump Carrie because she's too young, because she's in high school. She's just out. I would marry Kathy Bates. What's her real name so I can... in the movie?
Her character name? Annie Wilkes.
I would marry Annie Wilkes. And I would date... What's Glenn Close's name?
Alex Forrest.
I would date Alex Forrest because it would all cancel itself out because Alex Forrest would get so obsessed that she would kill Kathy Bates, Annie Wilkes, and then I'm free and clear.
But then she might kill you if she doesn't have you.
That is a risk.
She will not be ignored, Rob.
That is a risk I'm willing to take.
All right. Well, I like your thought process there because I wouldn't even thought of that. But you're right. She would probably want to kill whoever you're married to.
Yep.
And If it's Annie Wilkes, then so be it. That's a fight I'd be willing to watch.
See, that's the thing. They're both psychos in their own right. Poor Carrie. She's being affected by something on the outside.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I feel like Carrie, deep down, is a good person. She just got made fun of.
Right.
And that's what kind of made her crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel if you give her a little TLC, you could kind of bring her goodness out.
I want to meet the high schooler with the wherewithal to create such an elaborate prank to figure out how the stage works with ropes and pulleys.
It was all Travolta, man. Him and his Scientology.
Yep.
All right, last one, Robert. Are you ready? I'm loving your answers so far. I've loved your thought process behind them. I appreciate that you're actually thinking about it. All right, last one. We have Jack McFarland from Will and Grace, Cam Tucker from Modern Family, and Albert Goldman, played by Nathan Lane from The Birdcage. And yes, you must answer or you will be considered a homophobe.
Okay.
So there's no skirting around this one.
More than just smashing up produce.
I would marry Cam because you'd make me laugh.
Okay.
And
I think they would all
not take anything too seriously.
Right.
I'd probably date, who was it, Sean Hayes?
Yes.
From
Will and Grace, Jack McFarland.
Dump Nathan Lane. He's too much drama.
Yeah, I have to say, out of all of them, Nathan Lane is, I mean, they're all pretty dramatic, but I think Nathan Lane is above and beyond.
The character is just, that's a lot to deal with, and you can tell by Robin Williams' performance.
Yeah. You'd be spending all day trying to talk him off
the edge. Yeah, exactly. At least Sean Hayes can be fun.
All right, well, that's our game of Marry, Date, and Dump, the fictional character edition. Thank you for playing, Robert. That was fun.
And what did we learn from this game?
That you were one freaky motherfucker.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're out of time. We will see you next time. I'm Rob Tregler, always joined by Mr. Peter Martino.
Good night, everyone. Or good day.
Depending on where you are in the world.
Thanks for listening to Rico and the Man. We want to hear from you. Send us an email at ricomanpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Rico and the Man, and on Instagram at Rico and the Man Pod. Don't bother following us on Facebook, because Facebook is an awful place in the darkest corners of humanity.